Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I say this every week, but this is always one of my favorite videos because we'll try our best to go very in-depth on all the potential rumors, potential restock dates, some employee information, and overall just what we expect will be restocking throughout this week. I will go and say throughout this video, we have one that's pretty much confirmed, like I'll say like 95% confirmed. So I'll have, if I have to confirm the title, there's probably more. So on that one, we'll get to that one very first, as well as also we have some very, very likely drops that are very overdue as well, with a little bit of employee leaks too that you guys maybe heard of throughout these past 2 weeks or so, and also give you guys all the probabilities, likelihood, and dates and times for all the other future drops that will be happening all throughout this week. We'll have all the big boy retailers such as Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, and all of that. We'll also have some of the mid-tier places that will probably have a decent amount of stock, but although maybe not be crazy amounts in comparison to the first ones. And we'll also walk-ins, which we've definitely been specialing on throughout these past like 3 months or so. So we have a lot of information to go and cover for all of you guys out there trying to find your PS5s and Xbox Series X's as well. We also might start covering up a little bit more Switch OLED news too, because that will be restocking again and officially launching in the near future. So if you guys also care about that, make sure you guys are subscribed. We also do have the ongoing PlayStation 5 giveaway. We'll probably be ending that sooner rather than later, just so you guys all know. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that. We also have a Linktree link down below for bonus giveaway entries. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. Twitter, if I'm ever awake and I'm not working, I'll go and try my best to tweet out drops, but I do work as well throughout the morning. Twitch, just to hang out and chill and play video games and say hi if you guys want to. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller, mainly in case you guys want to go and check and see, in case we do see more warehouse consoles floating on up. As well, we also do have the Weeble. I keep on always telling you guys to sign up for Weeble with that link down below. You deposit $100, and then after that, you can basically get free stock. You just instantly withdraw it, sell it if you guys like to, or you guys can do some investing on it either or. Highly recommend it. I use it myself. And Coinbase, if you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. And of course, like the video if you guys found it helpful. And let's go and dive into the actual news itself. And first of all, I hope you guys have a great, fantastic week too as well. We've had a pretty quiet last 2 weeks or so. We did have a little bit of a Target drop, which we'll go and kind of cover up when it gets to the time for that. But basically, we had some very, very quiet movement, and just nothing was really that good as of the last 2 weeks. So we are overdue from a lot of big retailers. This should be a very, very good week. We have no weird things like Labor Day as well. So let's go dive on into it. So number one, the very first big boy we want to go and talk about that is like, this is like the confirmed one that if it does not happen, I will be generally surprised, because we saw in the official social medias. This one is on GameStop. So we actually we made a video on this too as well, but we had someone actually go and ask GameStop, hey, when are you guys going to be releasing up more PlayStation 5s? Please hopefully drop some more PlayStation 5 soon. Where are the PlayStation 5s? And of course, we did actually have GameStop go and answer to that responded tweet saying, yes, be on the lookout very, very soon. We'll be having more PlayStation 5 specifically. They mentioned that drops soon. We've actually been seeing a lot of Tuesday restock dates too as well for GameStop. So I think one of the big things for us throughout this week, we will be watching today and tomorrow. We're going to do a lot of Tuesday and Wednesday restock dates at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. EST, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. That's been the usual drop dates, always subject to change, but that's been the past like 10 drops or so for pro members. And with that, we usually do see information maybe on Monday or Tuesday. If we do go and see GameStop either send out a tweet about pro membership signups, emails, Instagram posts, and all of that, or we see more responses, we can pretty much go and say that GameStop will be a guaranteed 100% drop. Right now, since they did go and tweet about it on their official social media, it seems very, very mostly confirmed, but it's not 100%. If it does, we'll make another video with like confirmed in the title. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that as well. As I mentioned, these are only available for pro members, and they usually do open it up for pro members afterwards. Make sure you guys have your pro membership. It's like $15 or so, and then you'll have a chance to go buy bundles from GameStop. Last drop was only Xbox Series X Halo Infinite Editions. It's been quite some time since the last PlayStation 5 restock, and that's why we're going to be assuming there's going to be one this week. There's always a chance it does not, but that's pretty much what we're expecting and waiting for as of now. As well, we also did see some rumors, if you guys saw my video yesterday, discussing about GameStop doing walk-ins. Now, this was actually scheduled for the 30th, though, so maybe not this week, but just letting you guys all know that we are expecting and patiently waiting for some more walk-ins, and we may even be seeing some more of those for the Xbox Series X's too as well. So we have a lot of things we're going to be waiting for GameStop, but the likelihood of them doing some restocks throughout this week is extremely high. Like I said, probably Tuesday, Wednesday. If they do, PlayStation 5s are overdue, and if we do see more official confirmations on their social media, we'll make another video on the channel. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that as well. Some other big boys been on the lookout for is going to be on the Best Buy drop. we collectively as a community have been waiting for Best Buy to restock for a very, very long time. I'll probably put Best Buy at a nice 80% or so because I don't want to sell you guys on false hopes, and it does not drop for whatever reason, but the likelihood of it dropping throughout this week should be extremely high. I said last week I'd be insane and almost would want to go on a rant video that it hasn't restocked yet. But I'm trying to be just more on the wholesome side, positive side for this. But Best Buy has been confirmed on my own sources from employees I've spoken to and talked to. They are receiving and have gotten stock. There is PlayStation stock already allocated for all of these so far. We do know the stock is there. We're just waiting for them to go and drop it. As well, same with the Xbox Series X Halo Infinite Edition. They still have not done their pre-orders and sales for it. So we're not sure if they will or will not, but we should also be expecting that if they do throughout this week. PlayStations as well for both the PlayStation 5 disc and digitals and bundles should happen throughout this week at any time from Monday, as of even today, to Friday from any time from around like 9 to 10 a.m. to around 5 p.m. That is usually cutoff window. The reason why we're also stressing Best Buy and assuming it's going to drop so much this week is because the last drop was August 12th. We did see some smaller kind of mid-tier things like in the middle of it, but that was like the last proper good one that we all kind of cared about. Best Buy is extremely overdue, hopefully will be a good drop, nationwide drop as well for your local store pickup. And as I mentioned, we've had many different various other employees and contacts go and reach out and vouch that stock is there besides just my own contacts that I have. So the likelihood of Best Buy dropping this week is extremely high, along with GameStop. So those are going to be the two major ones we want to be in the major focus for throughout these weeks. Now, the next big boys too as well will be on Walmart. Now, once again, Walmart is more on the same trend too from Best Buy and GameStop, where they have not restocked in a very, very long time. We saw a little baby bit of leaks too as well, which will maybe make a separate video on maybe either today or tomorrow on regards to Walmart, where there actually was some leaks floating around that Walmart actually has confirmed some drops going on for it. This is not 100% confirmed. This was from live chat, but I guess I'll go a little bit more in depth maybe in another video, or if we see more live chat mentions on it. But we basically have seen these mentions stating that on Thursday, which is their usual drop date, we've seen Wednesdays and Thursdays as of recent, at any points from 3 p.m. EST, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, or 12 p.m. Pacific. And we've also been seeing dual drops too as well. Now, we're not sure which one to expect, but last time we did have a dual drop on Wednesday. There was one in the early morning hours, around like the early afternoon, so around like the 11 a.m., depending on your time zone, depending on how you guys are. And as well for later on at night too on top of that. So we saw both of those drops too, so it can go either way. When it comes to these drops, in a lot of these big places, they have been slowly changing up their drop times, either whether it's the date, the time, or their stock numbers, or how they do the drops, so bear that in mind. But Walmart did not go and drop throughout the past 2 weeks, and the last restock was a very, very big restock with PlayStation 5s and Xboxes and Halo Infinite Xbox Series X's. So with all that going on, we also have to keep on watching on the stock. We have actually finally been seeing a lot of stock deliveries from the August 12th drop. You guys heard me right, around a month ago, from all their drops going on. And it's just been a very, very long time. And a lot of people are still patiently waiting for all their stock to arrive, their PlayStation and Xbox Series X stock too. So just bear that in mind, guys, that a lot of places are overdue. They still owe stock. There's still stock being processing, and it has slowly been arriving. So hopefully we'll see a lot more stock arrivals throughout these next few days. And if that does go and happen, that'll probably probably say there's going to be a drop happening sooner throughout this week. But throughout the past few weeks, they have been dry. And I think Walmart is somewhat known to be future selling their stock for their consoles. So just bear in mind that Walmart, although it's not the best drop, they usually do have bigger stock because they do, as I mentioned, future sell. So the likelihood for Walmart, I'd probably put a nice 75-80%. Best Buy is a little bit higher because it's been even longer and the stock's been there. Walmart does have the leaks, which we have had live chat leaks be wrong before, so just bear that in mind for all this stuff. Same thing too as well when it comes to GameStop. There's extremely likely, a lot of these are extremely likely based on the trends, the time, and pre-mentions on it. They always could be subject to change at any point in time, so just bear that in mind. Xboxes and PS5s should show up at Walmart, and the PS5 Digitals too as well if they go do a restock this week. As I mentioned, it looks very, very likely. Now, for the other big boys, be on the lookout for. Next one we'll talk about is going to be on the Target. Now, Target actually did go do a proper drop on last Friday, though we did actually go and see some places are still kind of sitting and holding onto some stock. and we also have not seen any Xboxes in about 3 weeks now. We're going to the 3rd week. So the likelihood for Target, I would probably say Target would have a somewhat nicer chance for Xbox Series X's if they arrive and if we see any stock on it. I'm sure you guys have seen that the Xbox Series X's usually do take a little bit longer to make and be sent on out. As well, PlayStation 5s will be extremely unlikely, mainly because we had a proper drop with it. There is always a chance, depending on if they're still holding on some mid-tier stock or not, but realistically, I do think Target will be a lot less likely for stock and restocks, mainly because they dropped already before. Xbox is a little bit more on the likely side, but I'd maybe give it another week or so, because Xboxes take a long time to restock. If they do any movement, it'll either be RNG, so like your local area in zip code, so just kind of various, or as well, it would actually go and be stock just in general. So maybe for in-store walk-ins, we've been seeing those slightly after restocks have happened. So but just Target doesn't seem that likely. I'd give it like a 20%, 10% chance. And they kind of did their due last week. They were our last major focus of the last restock. They probably won't be doing anything throughout this week. Now, the next big boy will be on the Amazon. Now, Amazon chances are a little bit on the higher side, but still pretty on the lower side in general. Keep on checking always on these videos for the Amazon links down below, or on Twitter in case you guys do ever go and see any Amazon PlayStation 5 warehouse consoles or all of that good stuff, because we have been seeing a little bit more of an influx, especially the Xbox Series X on Amazon, mainly the fact that they just sometimes get returns, they sometimes just send on the stock, and all of that good stuff. But for a normal, proper Amazon restock, the likelihood's low. Could still always going to happen. I'll keep you guys in the date if we actually see any more stock arrivals. But when it comes to PlayStation 5 discs, they did have a drop around like 2 or 3 weeks ago or so for those weird treasure chests. So it wasn't an actual real drop. So they could always try to work one on in, maybe, possibly, maybe, but I kind of do doubt it. And same with the PlayStation 5 digitals. They had a restock after that PS5 disc one like a week later. We were also still waiting for the Halo Infinite Xbox Series X's, but it did seem like Amazon put out an official statement that they are pausing pre-orders for now for the Xbox Series X Halo Infinite editions. So I would still be on the cautiously optimistic side looking for it, but I kind of do doubt that it will actually be happening all throughout this week. And that's pretty much about it for all the big boy retailers. Like I said, GameStop and Best Buy and Walmart will be a major focuses, and Target and Amazon, not so much. But we also have a few other things to go and talk about. When it comes to the PlayStation Direct, we actually saw a brand new PlayStation Direct cycle where they actually did not go and do the invite first, like the email invite first. They as well also just did a randomly YOLO open queue on a somewhat off day. So I want to remind you guys that the PS Directs have usually been on open queues without the emails, usually around the 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. range, give or take. You just enter in the queue, and then as you enter in the queue, you have a chance to go and buy your console if you're lucky. And as well, we usually have been seeing them do those email invites before. Now, usually with the email invites, that means there's a confirmed drop going. We're not sure if they completely stop that or if it's just a random YOLO open queue for everyone to go and try to get their consoles. But bear that in mind that we have seen them happen a lot on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It did happen last Friday too as well. That stock was also not on proper 2-day shipping. It was a little bit longer. So I think the early week likelihood of a PS Direct might be a little bit lower, but throughout the rest of the week, it might be a little bit higher. If I do something like that, I'll make sure to put a community post and tweet or mention it in a video for you guys as well for a confirmed post. But like I mentioned, we did actually go and see it last week. So we'll kind of see how it goes out throughout this week as well. On top of that too, the Newegg. Newegg always has their shuffle. I'm sure you guys always know it. I always talk about it in my videos. Make sure you guys are just checking for the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 bundles. They happen every day. Same with the PS5s and GPUs and monitors and all that type of stuff. Other big boy stuff. Antonline. Antonline did go and confirm on an official Twitter thread that they did and will be receiving some Xbox Series X Halo Infinite editions. We don't know exactly when, but apparently they are supposed to be happening in the near future. That might be their weekly drop. They always offer to go and do once a week drops for PS5s and Xboxes and also those. So I would maybe be I'm so bad at speaking throughout this video. Very just cautiously optimistic when it comes to the anti-online drops, but they did do an Xbox Series S restock last week, so hopefully they can pump out some PS5s or Xboxes for us. Gamefly as well has been on the overdue side. They have not done a proper restock in quite some time. They usually also sometimes do those bundles. PlayStation 5s, more likely because the last drop was an Xbox Series X bundle a few weeks ago. Costco and Sam's Club. Sam's Club and Costco every week now. I'm not sure if I should just give up hope. We have seen a few occasional walk-ins for Costco, so that they might have just fully switched to walk-ins on rare occasions. We'll keep you guys up to date the best we can, but they have also not done a proper online restock in like literally months. So I mean, the likelihood it's still there, but it's just been so long that I always feel bad talking about it. It might happen throughout the early morning hours. It's always at least nice to be aware of it, even though it may not happen. Sam's Club too as well. Sam's Club usually does those late night drops. They did a PS5 drop quite a few weeks ago, and Xbox drop quite a few months ago. So they are overdue for both of those sides as well. And on top of that too, we still have a few other places to be on the lookout for. Military websites that have a little bit of a restock last week, as well as also walk-ins for that. Some of the walk-ins for the military stuff have been kind of floating around again for raffles in just individual. You walk in the store for your Navy bases or exchange expos, and you guys can go from there. Now let's go fully talk about some more of the walk-ins throughout the week, as well as also what we're expecting throughout this upcoming weekend too as well. On top of that, thank you guys always so much for watching. When it comes to some other online listings, Myers. We have been seeing Myers do a lot of walk-ins for their PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X's. We've seen many big batches of stock. You guys may have even heard about it in the early morning video when it comes to Illinois throughout this week, and also for Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. We've seen a little bit of that. Actually, no, Ohio, but for the other places, yes. And usually we have been seeing them getting more restock numbers from Wednesdays into Thursdays and Saturdays into Sundays. So if you guys ever want to go check your local stores, if you guys are in the Midwest, go and check and see. We saw very small amounts of Xbox Series X's in the last restock waves, a lot more PlayStation 5s, and this has also been confirmed from employees for walk-ins. Same thing too as well when it comes to the Fred Meyers and Kroger's. Fred Meyers and Kroger's actually did have a very big batch. They were kind of our major winner for this weekend drop for the Fred Meyers walk-ins. They did have PlayStation 5 disc editions, normal disc editions on a lot of shelves. It might even be worthwhile if you guys go and ask and talk about this for your local areas, your local stores, your local stock. Be nice and friendly with the employees and see if they do have any stock available or if they have a chance to sell you any. We did see a lot of big batches of them being released in many different various stores throughout the weekend. So just in case you guys can't for whatever reason, don't mind it. But I do want to keep you guys in the loop that it's probably pretty important to go and just be nice to employees, ask if they have the stock in the back, or find out when the last stock arrivals happen. We did see some PlayStation 5 digitals from them about a week ago or so, so there might be some more batches that will arrive throughout these next few days, or maybe this upcoming weekend too as well. We also have not seen too many Xbox Series X's over at the good old Fred Meyers and Kroger's, but that's all for the boys in the Northwest. Though we still have been seeing many reports of people getting Xbox Series X's up in HEB. HEB is still that Southern Texas chain. They've actually been kind of flowing in every now and then to the point where it's still worth reporting on. So we do keep on seeing people getting and receiving stock for it. So in case you guys want to get the normal pure by itself Xbox Series X, go to HEB, ask employees, check the shelves, and go and see either when the next batch of shipments will arrive or just general information for it. As well now too, we also had the BJs, which we saw quite a few people getting PS5 bundles on about a week and a half ago or so, and a little bit more on the drier side. Maybe throughout this weekend we might see a little bit more information on it. Fingers crossed if we will, or hopefully we will. As well, same thing too with PC Richards. This last Friday, we actually saw quite a few people from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday go and receive stock from PC Richards. Love seeing it. Love actually getting seeing people get the bundles and all of that. As well for other various places too. Staples still throughout various different places has been receiving stock. We saw some on the West Coast, some in the middle of the country, and now they're slowly kind of being spread out a little bit more for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X's. So in case you guys do want to try to get stock on either one of them, feel free to, because it's just, well, a chance for the walk-ins. And also, once again, too, almost all these walk-ins are very various. They're very RNG. They're kind of all over the place. So bear that in mind. Some stores may have stock. Some stores may have done stock before. Some stores are sitting on stock, and some stores might get restocked from 3 weeks from now. It just is like, just be nice to your local store, be nice to your local employees, and try to find information on it. As well, we also did see some Walmart Xbox Series S's in stock. Hopefully more Xbox Series X's eventually. No more news for the PS5 walk-ins for Walmart. Target, as I mentioned too, might have some walk-ins after the drop has extra available stock for it. And whenever that is all done, they'll have a chance to go and basically get it all done and, you know, release that more additional stock. So that's pretty much about it for all of America. Because, man, this far, I appreciate you guys like the video. As well for all the UK, I think we actually will see a lot of UK news. I think we have a lot of big retailers that should be stopping on up for the UK itself. You guys actually might see a little bit of a video on that. And then also would maybe indicate that like Sony has been sending out a lot of stock, or that we might have a UK focus throughout this week. We also have not seen too much more news on India, China, Japan, and other various restock places. They're kind of slowly kind of flowing on out and receiving stock out there. But that's about it for me on this video. We have a pretty good week, and I'm gonna probably enjoy this week too as well. So be on the lookout on the channel for more videos all throughout this week. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc digital console controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below if you guys would like to go and follow up on either or. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you guys go get free stock and free money, just instantly go and sell everything. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching, for existing, and hope this will be a really good week for all of you guys, and you guys can all go get your consoles. Love you guys.